Hey everyone, welcome back to Online Small Engine Mechanics. Today I'm going to be going over this Harbor Freight Tailgator 2-cycle generator. And I'm going to be telling you why you should not buy this generator. I have had a pretty bad experience with this generator. So I'm going to tell you a little story about this generator. So I bought this generator about 4 years ago, and it was supposed to be used for a camping trip. And we brought it along, but we ended up not using it. So we brought it home with us once the camping trip was over, and it stayed in our garage. And it probably didn't get used for another year and a half. So one day I went to go use it to trim a couple trees with an electric chainsaw, and it wouldn't start, obviously. And I only started working on small engines 3 years ago, so I didn't know anything about small engines when we bought this. So at that time when I went to go use it, I knew how to clean a carburetor. So I cleaned the carburetor on this and tried starting it, and it wouldn't start. And my grandpa is the one who's taught me everything I know about small engines. So I brought this generator to him and I said, hey, I can't get this thing running. I said, can you take a look at it? So he agreed to do that, and he took a look at it and gave it to me, gave it back to me about 2 days later, and told me what happened with it. So I'm going to show you, this is exactly what happened, why it would not run. This is where the spark plug is, and as you can see, the spark plug is pointing out at an angle. So what happened was somebody must have bent the spark plug. So that could have been by me knocking it against something, accidentally kicking it, whatever, but somehow it got bumped and it bent the spark plug and it was not getting any spark to the engine. So that took care of that problem. And I went to go use it again. This time I was using it for light because I was cleaning out our backyard shed, and it was probably about 9 o'clock at night, so pretty dark. And I was using it, and I had a full tank of gas in it, and I stepped away to this garage right now where we're filming to do something, and I went around to the fence to go back to the shed, and it died. So I thought that was pretty weird because it had a full tank of gas. So I quickly grabbed the gas can and went back out there. I looked inside the fuel tank and there's still fuel in it. So I put the thing half choke, gave it one pull, and the recoil snapped. So that was a bit frustrating. So it was super late at night, so I packed up the generator, put it back in the shop, and called it a night. And over the next week, I repaired the recoil and I put it back on. And the next time I went to go try to start this thing, it took 30 to 40 pulls to get this thing started. It would not start with the recoil no matter what I did. So I took the recoil off, and it's still off to this day, as you can see. It's just a bare flywheel. So I just decided I'm gonna drill start it from now on. So that's what I did. So the next time I went to go use it, I was edging our yard on the concrete with a Black & Decker electric edger. And I wanted to use this thing, and you know, it ran good. It started right up with the drill, but I used it for a little bit, but the edger was taking a little too much power and bogging this thing down, so I decided to put it away and use an electrical cord instead. As soon as I turned this thing off, I put it in the garage, and 5 minutes later, it's pissing fuel all over the ground. So I looked at it, and there is a fuel shutoff valve right here on the side, right there. And as you guys probably know, if you've seen these generators before or even own one, they have Chinese fuel line on them, which is not very good quality, very thin, and it can crack super easily. And that's what happened. The fuel line came off of the fuel inlet from the fuel shutoff. So I had to squeeze it back on with a needle nose pliers because I did not have any new fuel line, and also the fuel line is pretty hard to replace on this. So after the fuel line was put back on the inlet, it was good and wasn't leaking anymore. And it probably sat for another 2 weeks or so, and then, or after that, when we went to go use it again, I wanted to use it for light again, like I did over by the shed. This time we were doing our fence, and my dad was pressure washing the fence to get some of the residue off. And it was about probably the same time, 9:30 at night or so. And I brought out the generator to give him some light so he could see. And you know, I drill started, it started right up and ran good. And then you know, it powered the light. About 30 minutes later, it stops. And I was a little confused by that because I had fuel in it, but I still checked it. I opened up the cap, checked the fuel. There was still fuel in it, plenty of fuel to run. So here, all right. So I grabbed the drill again, gave it a start, gave it a spin, and it started right back up. Ran for about another 10 minutes and then stopped. Checked the fuel again, it's fine. And so I spun it up again and with the drill and ran 5 minutes and then died. And about by that time, my dad was pretty much done with the fence as far as pressure washing for the night. So I just put it away. And after I put it away, I just put it right here in the garage on the floor. And 5 minutes later, pissing fuel again, all over the ground. And I checked the fuel inlet, and it was not coming from the fuel inlet. So it had to be coming from the carburetor, and there's no junk in the carburetor. I can bet that. So, you know, we let it sit for a while, and then we decided to stain our garden. It's a 12 by 16 garden, and it ran great for that one. I used it for an electric spray gun to stain the garden, and it ran great. Didn't die or anything else like that. But the next day, I went to go continue staining the garden, and I really didn't want to run an extension cord, so I went to go use this again, and it still would not start. It would not start at all, not even on choke. It ran for maybe like a second and then died, but that's about it. Like, it really did not do anything at all. So that was the last time I tried using this thing. And actually, after I used it for light when my dad was pressure washing the fence, the flywheel nut came off the flywheel and flew somewhere in the grass. I don't know where the heck it went. Again, just not very good quality. And after we were done, it wouldn't start trying to do the garden, it was leaking more fuel on the ground. It's kind of one of those things where you get what you pay for, honestly. I did write a review on this generator on harborfreight.com, and I looked at a couple other people's reviews, and they were similar to mine. You know, it would run for 5 minutes and then die, or other people had problems with it not outputting power. You know, just stuff like that. And it's not like I use this generator all the time. Nobody really uses a generator all the time unless it's for commercial use. This really just kind of sat around, but the one time that the carburetor was gummed up was the only time that it was ever gummed up, and I cleaned that. So overall, I think I took pretty good care of it. Used full synthetic 2-stroke oil with my 0 ethanol fuel. So it's definitely not a very good generator, and I would definitely not recommend it for emergency use if you're camping and you don't have any hookup to electricity. It's just not very good. And also, when you buy this thing, they offer a warranty on it, but there's tons of stickers all over this thing, which I'll show. There's stickers all over it saying, like, you must add fuel to the oil, add oil to the fuel and stabilizer, or avoids the warranty. Don't exceed these amps. You must operate properly or avoids the warranty. Must run 15 to 20 minutes every 3 months and add fuel stabilizer or avoids the warranty. You must clean air filter regularly or avoids the warranty. I mean, honestly, they might as well put a sticker on this thing that says, if you run the machine, it voids the warranty. Okay, to sum it up, even though this generator is super cheap, I think we paid about 90 bucks for it. We definitely got a discount on it, I know that. I don't know what these retail for new, maybe around $110, something like that. Even though it's cost friendly, I would definitely not purchase this. I learned a lesson when you go to buy new power equipment, which I rarely ever do. Everything that I buy is used because I work on this stuff, so I know where to get it from. If you ever buy new outdoor power equipment, read the reviews. Do not buy something without reading the reviews, because then you end up in my place where you wasted $90-some on a generator that's not a very good generator. So yeah, with that said, stay away from this. Make sure to buy a Honda generator if you're gonna buy a generator. Hondas are nice, they last forever, especially the 4 cycles. I don't think they make a 2-stroke generator, Honda. But yeah, stick to Hondas, and Generac's a good brand too. So thanks for watching. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button down below. Comment if you have any video suggestions for the future or anything I could have done better. Also, please subscribe, it really helps out the channel, and hopefully we can hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year. Thanks for watching, and have a great Father's Day.